Hello, Gene Schwimmer here. Welcome to today's vlog. Today I want to talk about what I call blue state bailouts. Now, what do I mean by blue state bailouts? As we all know, the entire country, all of the states have been really hurt financially by this coronavirus pandemic. States have had to order businesses to close down, people not able to go to work. What it all boils down to is no tax receipts or greatly reduced tax receipts. So these states are hurting. They are asking for, similar to what we have already given to individuals hurt by not being able to go to work, we've been helping them out financially. Now the states are saying that they want to be helped financially too. They need aid from the government, the federal government, because they are not collecting taxes. That is perfectly reasonable. That is not what I mean by a blue state bailout. That's just legitimate help, the same as individuals are getting. What I am talking about, what is a bailout is, and when I mean blue state bailout, what I mean by that is that there are some states that are mismanaged. They have these gargantuan pension funds that are underfunded to begin with, but they are obligated to pay these pensions. They don't have any money, number one. Number two, they have what they call sanctuary cities. We all know what sanctuary cities are. These are cities that are harboring illegal immigrants in violation of federal law, number one. Number two, some of these illegal immigrants are getting financial aid, getting welfare. Why should we, the American taxpayer, American citizens, people legally in the country, legal aliens too, legal aliens who are here in compliance with U.S. law, why should any of us support illegal aliens? That's wrong. Now, these sanctuary cities and these mismanaged states, they are all blue states, and that is what I want to get to, because they've been whining, but that's all they can do. They have no hold on Donald Trump, and this is my message to President Trump, because I know you listen to my vlog. You don't tell anybody. You probably listen late at night, watch late at night, but I'm sure you're watching my vlog, and that's why you're instituting so many good policies, because you're watching my vlog and learning from me. So here's my comment to you, Mr. President. These blue states are states that you did not carry in 2016. You're not going to carry them in 2018, I predict. You're not going to carry California. You're not going to carry New York. Those are the two big ones. The biggest whiner of all, as a matter of fact, Andrew Cuomo, governor of New York. He makes the claim that New York is a so-called donor state, that New York pays out more in federal taxes than it gets back in federal aid. That is an oversimplification. It is, well, it's frankly not true. I'm planning to go into this, or, well, I wasn't planning, I'm planning now, because I think it's a good idea to go into this in detail. There have been detailed explanations of this. Some of these quote-unquote donations by the state of New York, for example, are Social Security payments into the Social Security Fund. What happens to that money is the Social Security recipients, the workers, as soon as they reach vesting age, a number of them leave New York and they move to, say, well, me, I'm in Tennessee, obviously a favorite destination of New York retirees is Florida. But there is a solution. I am not going to go into a lot of detail, all these reasons why this donor state claim is just ridiculous. But Donald Trump, I'm sure, is not the only one watching my vlog. I'm sure Andy Cuomo is watching it too. And he misses me very much, as he misses a lot of his former citizens who have left New York. Well, maybe not me, because he said it outright that conservatives were not or are not welcome in New York State, and he wants them to leave. Okay, will do. Governor Cuomo, I left. I'm not paying the thousands of dollars of taxes I used to pay every year in New York State, income taxes, and New York City local taxes. I am not paying either of those taxes anymore. So if you're happy, Governor Cuomo, I am happy too. But the point I want to make is there's an easy solution if you're worried about these taxes going out of state and being a donor state. Lower your state taxes. Or actually, well, that is one solution. Lower your state taxes, and then people like me would be maybe more likely to stay in New York. But what is really frustrating to me and ironic, and I think hypocritical, is these blue states. These are the people who support high federal taxes. They support high federal taxes. They want the wealthy in their states to pay more federal taxes. And now they're also whining about the SALT rules, which no longer allows them to deduct a portion of their local property taxes from their federal taxes. But the main point is, and I thought the people of New York, these blue staters, they wanted to punish the wealthy, make the wealthy pay more. So they're paying more. They're not getting that SALT deduction, or they're not getting the same amount of SALT deduction that they got before. New York should be happy. They should also be happy about the federal taxes. But if they are now realizing that it hurts them, maybe they should join the conservative states and join people like me and advocate lower federal taxes. If you have lower federal taxes, then New York, for instance, will be sending less money out of the state to the federal government. You can keep it all in New York, and then, well, my suggestion would be keep the money in New York and lower, not raise, lower New York state income taxes so people have more money to invest and to spend and to save. But if you can't do that, you can, if you really want taxes, you can raise your New York State income tax even more. You could raise it to whatever amount you were sending to the federal government, the difference between what you were sending and the new lower amount that you should be advocating. Then you can raise your New York State taxes, and if you do that, then you keep the money in New York, and then you are no longer a donor state. The only problem is that you may encourage even more people, especially retirees. Well, I'm not really a retiree. I keep working, so that's why I don't think I'm going to get one of these financial aid checks that everybody is getting. I haven't gotten one, probably because even though I'm on Social Security, I'm also still working. I might have made too much money to qualify. But I digress. The point I was making was that the warning I was giving is that if New York then raises its state income tax, you might encourage even more people like me to leave the state and move to states like where I am now, Tennessee or Florida or Texas, or other states that have no income tax. So you see you're a little bit in a bind there, but again, the principle number one, why should the rest of us bail out New York? And that's what it is, a bailout to pay for your terrible economic policies and your high taxes. And why should we support your sanctuary cities? And it goes on and on and on. Or the high taxes that you have to charge in order to, well, New York is getting, I believe they get federal money for their subway system. I could do a whole vlog on the feather bedding and the union and the overpayments that union members get. The Long Island Railroad, there are conductors who are notorious for working long hours and making six-figure salaries, train conductors, but that is only one job this is, well, I'll use the word epidemic. It's epidemic all through New York City government. Why should the rest of us pay for that? My message to Donald Trump, to repeat, because I think I said it earlier, that these are all states that are not going to support you in 2020. They are not going to support you in November. You are not going to carry those states, so you have nothing to lose. Those states cannot hurt you. They can't do a thing to you. So my advice, Mr. President, is go for it. Don't sign off on bailouts to these mismanaged states who don't obey federal law. Just don't do it. Nancy Reagan said, remember about drugs, just say no. That's what I'm saying to you. Just say no. And what I'm saying to the rest of you is thumbs up if you like this video. Share it with anybody you think would also like the video. Got any comments? There's a comment section below the video. Good place also for any questions you might have, suggestions for future topics. I love getting subscribers, so please subscribe if you haven't already. But most of all, come back and see me again. I look forward to seeing all of you again. And until I do see all of you again, bye.